about to go to sleep. This was a pretty tiring day. Went to Washington Park, went to the gum wall, drove 2 hours to Vance Creek.
I want to vent about Vance Creek Bridge.
Vance Creek was very scary, and I do not recommend anybody to go there. It was kind of traumatizing. It was a very narrow walkway that you could fall to your death on either sides. And I got across the first time, but then when I looked back around, I was just like, dang, I don't know how I'm going to do this again. I don't even know how I did it the first time.
So,
And
how did you get back again?
I crawled. I sat on the rail, and I just scooted my butt forward like a little doggy trying to wipe his butt.
So Chris and I are pretty scared because there's so many holes in the road, and this Kia that we rented, we're scared that one of the wheels is gonna get stuck in the holes.
Holy shit. Look at all
What?
this. The road is kind of scary.
Yeah, the road is pretty scary. Look at all that. Oh my gosh.
Wow, that's so beautiful though. It'll be a beautiful death.
It's nice and quiet here.
Yeah, we're being quiet because we're trespassing technically.
Shh, don't say that on video. There's two ways to get to Vance Creek Bridge. The other way that we first went to,
The roads are really narrow.
yeah, the road is really narrow, and the first one that we went to was the exit NF 2199, and there were some people that were down there that we had met with.
Yeah, they're
And
cool. They're really nice.
It's their first time here too, but they didn't know which direction to go to. So they continued on NF 2199, but Chris and I decided to
Turn
go back
around.
around and turn around and go to NF 23. So NF 23, I heard or I read that it's better and it's a shorter way to get there. If you're trying to hike though, the hiking trail that you should start on in this is NF 2199.
Has rain boots. Doesn't give a shit anymore.
I'm walking on water. It was really scary because then I took Chris's word for it that it was going to be beautiful and it was going to be adventurous. And you know, it's a abandoned bridge, so I've seen videos of it before, but little did we know that they took some of like the railings out.
My arms are tired.
Okay. Well, so then they took some of the railings out and we didn't know that, and then they like put barbed wire like around the side that we were on. And right when I saw the barbed wire as we like walked to the bridge, I was just like, oh shit. I don't think it's safe. But then we ran into these two guys that came from the other side.
We met new friends today.
And they ended up
Chance
helping
and Alex.
us.
Whoa. They helped us get across the bridge. That shit was scary.
But even like I had my rain boots on, Chris had like pretty sturdy shoes. I didn't really trust my rain boots because they were for the rain and not for climbing stuff. And so I started climbing. I guess someone or the locals had like cut the barbed wire and they created like this ladder, which was pretty dangly if you ask me. So got on that and took me a long while, but the guys were able to help me up. Pretty scary because I was wearing my poncho thing, and so it got caught in one of the metal bars and it was really hard for me to climb up. And then right when I climbed up, that was already just like an adrenaline rush that the guys were already planning to cross the bridge, and I didn't even like take it in, everything that was going on. They were having conversations and I was just like literally blanking out because of how scary it was.
Okay. Yeah, it's really stable, except for one, but it says watch your step on it. But I was coming this way, so I didn't know that, so I stepped on it.
And then it was like really awkward. Oh god.
Even as Chris was like talking to both of the guys that we had met, his feet was like really close to the edge, and then I looked down and there's barbed wires there, and I was just like, oh my god, Chris, come close over here. And so I was just imagining myself like slipping with my rain boots on, and boom, I'm dead. That's it. Like, it was really high up there. And it was just, I just was really scared. And then Chris definitely crossed the bridge. He stopped and he just sat there. Not far?
No, I just want to get at least to a word, I guess.
Okay.
You can go around.
And so I was left behind, and I was totally fine being left behind. I just sat on the edge, enjoyed the view, and Chris was really nice enough to carry both cameras because he was watching out for me. He thought that I was gonna cross, and so he just didn't want me to carry anything. But then I ended up not crossing, so I even gave him my phone because I didn't have any pockets. I had no phone, I had no camera to document my fear. I also attached my GoPro on my camera, and so I didn't have my GoPro, nothing. And so I did not document my fear, but I'm venting right now. And that's my input on Vance Creek Bridge. It is really pretty, but honestly, there's barbed wires around there. Narrow bridge. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Just to add to that, it was a really crazy experience while I was walking there. People say don't look down, but that doesn't really work because you kind of have to look down so you know where your feet are going, because
Here,
like
I'll hold it.
the path is pretty narrow.
Oops.
The path is pretty narrow, so I was walking down, and then I remember looking forward, and then looking forward, and then I got scared because I had to look down to look at my feet. And then while I was just walking, I had a camera in one hand, and then I had Russelle's camera on the other, like on my other hand, and I was just walking really fast, like in my head, and then the whole time I was just muttering to myself, this is fucking scary, this is fucking scary, this is fucking scary. And then when I got to the end of it, I was just like, oh my god, why did I even do that? Because now I have to walk back to get back to Russelle. And I remember just thinking like, I am going to die today, and I'm not going to even get back to see Russelle. And that was the worst feeling ever. And no, seeing Russelle like attempt to try to come to my side, that kind of like made my heart stop too, because it was kind of like, me dying is not the biggest fear, but me seeing someone else, especially someone I love so much, just like, I don't know, I didn't want to see that, and it was a really scary feeling for me. I didn't want to lose anybody, and I don't think I'm ever going to do that again. It was pretty frightening. If there's an easier route around, I'd probably take that instead, but I don't recommend walking down that narrow platform. Even talking about it, it's really shaky. I'm really shaky now. We had dinner and everything. This is like 5-6 hours later, and I still feel like the adrenaline because I've never been so close to death before. And it's kind of crazy because I'm scared of a lot of things, but I've never been that scared where I would be trembling and shaking. Public speaking is supposedly the #1 fear of every single person, but I think this was my #1 fear. Heights were crazy, and this just escalated my fears of heights like even more. I didn't conquer any today. Today was just fucking scary, and I'm gonna leave it at that.
Not doing that again.
Fuck, that was pretty fucking scary.